Salman, guys. The date is the 31st of December 2023, New Year's Eve. And as the year draws to an end and the beginning of a new year, we tend to have New Year's resolutions, dreams, hopes, wishes for the new year. And as I've been already seeing a couple of posts about it, and this whole video is just around maybe we should re-look at certain things, some people will say in 2024 I hope for a new job, I hope to get a partner, I hope for a car, for this, for that. Guys, as I believe Wuti, sometimes we're not ready for the blessings that we pray for. We're not ready, we're not prepared, we're not the person that we need to be yet. If you are praying for a helicopter, oh Lord, please could you bless me with a helicopter, and your maker, the universe, whatever the case is, says, okay, boom, there's a helicopter. Are you prepared to do the things that are required to manage a helicopter? Do you know if a helicopter, where are you going to park your helicopter? Where are you going to does it take diesel? Does it take 95? Does it take 93? Like, what do you know about a helicopter? Is it a pilot? Is it also all those things? You're not ready to have a helicopter. So maybe one or two things. Don't pray for a helicopter right now. Don't hope or wish for a helicopter right now. Rather, you need to train yourself and become a person who knows how to manage, maintain a helicopter. Work on you first before you receive the blessing. I've seen a lot of sisters that are posting with they want a better guy in 2024. I don't know if those sisters understand what they are asking for. It's always a crazy thing when you are with a very efficient partner. A good partner is one of the worst things that can happen to you if you're a shit partner. It's the worst thing, because what they do is that they just highlight everything that you are not and your shortfalls. If you are a broke person, if you have a partner who is efficient with their money, they just highlight how shit you are with money. If you want, oh my God, I want a guy who's got a six-pack and he's this and he looks like that. If you get yourself a partner who trains and invests in them and eats salads and what, they're just going to highlight how much of a fat fuck you are. So be very cognizant with what you are looking for. Maybe your ex always shut down and never spoke. So maybe now you are like, oh, I wish someone who could speak more. And then you get a guy who can communicate and articulate his emotions and his thoughts. Yes, guys, you're going to find yourself in a space where you constantly feel that you are fighting. Meanwhile, he's just communicating. He's going to be highlighting things. He's going to be tending to his garden, which is the relationship, constantly. And if you're not used to working, so when you see a person who is used to working every day in this proverbial garden, it's going to frustrate you. You're going to feel attacked. You're going to feel this and this and this, because all of a sudden you have a person who can articulate with, hey, listen, 1, 2, 3. All of a sudden you got a person who can communicate in terms of this and this and this. It's almost like you say, oh, I want a guy who can cook. And then all of a sudden you attract a chef. It will change everything. So be very cognizant. When you are applying for that job, when you are praying and hoping for that job, do you meet the expectations and the requirements for that job? The same in a relationship. When you say, Lord, please bless me with a good partner, do you meet your partner's expectations and requirements? So if he is a guy who is 6 foot tall, has a six-pack, makes 500 million rand a day, what are his requirements? Obviously you want a person who's smart, a person who's has a great temperament. So what do you think his requirements are? It's almost like if I say, Lord, please can you bless me with being the CEO of ABSA? The Lord again says, boom, there you go, bro. Would I meet the requirements of that job? Will I meet the expectations of that job? Or will I crash and burn, lose ABSA money, lose all the stakeholders' money, and most importantly, use the clients who actually bank with ABSA's money, all because I was not ready and my arrogance wanted me to be in that position. A lot of sisters, a lot of brothers aren't ready for that. A lot of people end up saying things like, oh no, he was very controlling. He wasn't controlling. You just met a man with standards. You just met a man who's actually got a line in the sand. All of a sudden, guys are saying, "Oh no, no, dog." You have a person who now understands. Look, it's Tuesday. I'm not going out. I need to wake up early in the morning. I need to go to the gym and I need to go to work. There's a lot of projects that I'm currently on. No, that's why you have all these grown men who are running away and going to a slay queens, and then because the slay queen isn't putting him under pressure, the slay queen is making him feel this macho what. So he'll spend the week, but he'll never grow anything of substance there until such time where he can find a person who can build him. And again, he won't find anyone who can build because again, no great woman wants to be with a guy who's just takes. So again, work on you so that when you enter any relationship, as much as they can build you, you can build them. You see so many sisters who are dating these loser men, and then they go on social media and talk about shit. Sister, there's many phenomenal men. The reason why you can't date them is because they're going to put a mirror against you. Oh no, I make 30,000 Rand. Okay, go date a guy. Go date your line manager who earns 15K over more than you. You're going to see what structure looks like. You're going to see all of a sudden you telling us that you're making 30,000 doesn't affect anyone. You telling us that you've got a 2-bedroom flat, Snandaban. We've got two 2-bedroom flats making rent on the side. We don't care. Those things don't affect us. When you were dating these young kids, or when you're dating these puppies of men that you could take care of and call him out and make him feel lesser or make yourself feel better, when you were dating him, counted. When you're dating us, it doesn't. So now there's a mirror. Some of us, we wake up at 5 a.m. All of a sudden, your excuses, oh my God, I wake up early at 7. Now, when you wake up and you see this person, by the time you wake up, he's woken up, he's gone to gym, he's made breakfast, and he's ready to go to work. By the time you wake up, all of a sudden you go, shit. Guys, be careful. Be careful what you wish for in 2024. Be careful what you hope for in 2024. Any bit of advice around that year, it's a year about focusing on you and growing and developing yourself. As much as you'd like to say, oh, in 2024, I wish for my family to get closer. Do you understand what that means? Are you ready for whatever comes with that? If what comes with that is all of a sudden those cousins that come with the woodwork that need you to help them financially, if it comes out family dynamics out the woodwork that you and Banbani are not your father's kids, are you ready for those things, or are you just, God, please bless me with a hot air balloon? Guys, 2024, when you're writing your plans, when you're writing your goals, structure them. Be realistic in terms of the short term. And then you can be as crazy as you want in terms of the long term. But then somewhere in the middle with the midterm, make sure your goals make sense. So again, if you're saying, hey, at the end of the year, if that's your long-term goal, as a hypothetical, at the end of the year, I'd like to have a 6-pack. Sharp. Okay, so what does end of Q1 look like? The first quarter of the year, that's your short-term goal, right? What does that look like? Oh, okay, by that time, I need to be able to do 200 sit-ups and 3-minute plank. That's the realistic short-term goal. That will then trigger end of Q2, end of Q3, and then your long-term goal of you having a 6-pack will make sense. But again, if you just wake up in the morning and say, hey, I want a good guy, meanwhile, you are broke, sister, you are out of shape and your health is dodgy, you are self-centered, you are narcissistic, you don't do this, you don't do that, it's going to be very, very hard. Should God go, magic wand, boom, here's an amazing man. It's going to be very hard. It's going to make you feel insecure. It's going to make you feel less than. You're going to feel attacked. You're going to feel controlled. You're going to feel like he's manipulating. You're going to feel like he's this. Meanwhile, he's just moving his life. I don't like a guy, he's shit like I need as a man. Sometimes a man mustn't shower for 4 days so he can be a man. No, it's just a miracle of yours stinky ass. Oh my God, you're such a this and this and this. You're so particular. No, it's because when you lazy, you don't work hard, you are this. I'm just going to put a mirror on your lazy ass. So be aware. If you want that job, understand the requirements that come with that job and ask yourself, am I that person yet? Do I want this yet? Am I ready for this yet? Lord, please bless me with a car. Sharp. Are you ready to pay installment of X? Whatever your dream car. Oh, I wish I had a dream car of a Porsche 911. Okay, are you ready to be paying 35,000 rand? Do you have that as an installment, plus the insurance, plus the maintenance and upkeep for that car? Do you have that at your disposal? So even if God were to say, okay, forget about it, don't worry, don't pay installments. Boom, here's a Porsche 911. Go for it. Are you ready for the maintenance? Are you ready for the insurance? Are you ready? Do you even have a place where you can park it? You know, all those little things. Lord, please bless me with money. If you've never had money, you don't understand the pressure that comes with having a little bit of money. All of a sudden, you've got family members who are now sick and need you to help them with medicine. All of a sudden, there's this problem, there's that problem. If you haven't had money or any bit of social clout, all of a sudden your DMs are full. You don't know how to deal with that. So you jump to that girl, to that girl, to that girl, to that girl, because you're not used to that. You haven't trained yourself. You haven't become that person who knows how to handle their money, who knows how to handle whatever clout you may have, who knows how to, and all of a sudden the walls of Jericho come crumbling down and you get overwhelmed. All of a sudden, when you date that guy, you'll feel overwhelmed. When you date that girl, you'll feel overwhelmed. When you get that job, you'll say, oh, that job is abusive. Oh, the people there are horrible. Screw them, screw that. You're just not ready for that position. It's you that's not ready. It's not the job. The job has just been waiting. If they put in the person with the right qualification, with the right requirements, the right experience, whatever, that person wouldn't have died the way that you died. It's obvious, you know. If again, the person who can afford a Porsche 911 gets a 911, he won't die. He'll carry on like it's normal, you know. But because Tina siya papa and we're arrogant, we want all these things that we're not ready to mismanage. I mean, we want all these things that we're not ready to manage. Dr. Miles Monroe, R.I.P., he'd say, anything that you can't manage, you will lose. Anything that you can't manage, you will lose. If you can't manage your finances, you'll lose them. If you can't manage a relationship, you'll lose it. If you can't manage a car, your garden, your home, anything that you can't manage, your weight, your health, if you can't manage that, you will lose that. So again, don't ask for something you cannot manage. First, work on what you have. Be grateful with what you have. Sharp, you've got a bicycle. Make sure that your bicycle chain is well oiled. Make sure that the briga is still nice and strong. Make sure that your bicycle has been managed well, and then be ready for that next step. Whatever that next step is. If you drive a little Taz, make sure that your Taz has been serviced. Make sure that the wheels are not in Bama and they can grip the road. Make sure you can afford the petrol. Make sure the car smells fresh. It gets washed. It gets this. Manage that and then get ready for that next step up of a car. 1 bedroom flat, same thing. Make sure that you can manage that before you go to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Ungaphaphi, tagama. Relax, stay in your lane. 2024 is all about staying in your lane, managing what you've already been blessed with, and preparing yourself for that next step. Don't jump to that next step until you are ready. Don't jump into that next step for you to drown. Don't jump there, guys. 2023 was hard on all of us, financially, emotionally, spiritually, every league you can think of. 2023 was very, very challenging. We can't make the same mistakes again. Use this year to focus on developing and growing yourself. Again, before you're papa, ufuna look, make sure that you can manage everything that you want or everything that you have currently. Everything. If you are single, make sure that you've managed yourself emotionally, psychologically, financially, when grand. And then the person that you are trying to get, you then qualify within their requirements. If you're trying to date a LeBron, what is LeBron's requirements in a partner? Don't just use your arrogance. Don't just pray for something that you know you can't manage, because you will crash and you'll burn. Anyway, guys, please share, like, subscribe. Most importantly, drink responsibly tonight. If you're going to drink, don't drink and drive. Have yourselves a fantastic New Year's Eve. Ningene nyakeni umusha blessed. Ngiyathanda, sharp.